Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, I've got a quite interesting broken stud job. A lad has a snapped off stud in a casting, and somebody had to go and drill it out, and then they brought it to me, and I spent quite a lot of time getting the studs out, putting thread repairs in. Quite interesting. I'll show quite a lot of that. I think that comes in part 2. In part 1, I make a bush to go into a quad bike frame, something to do with the rear suspension. The frame's stripped, the threads are stripped, and I'll make a little adapter to weld in there to repair that. There's been quite a lot going on in the workshop. I've had some time off work this week. I've put some new cupboards up and moved things around, sort of got a little bit more space, and things are starting to work out the way I wanted them. As some viewer mail comes in, I want to show that. There's some more names come in for the monthly draw. They're in the bucket. If you haven't entered the draw, all you need to do is send me an email. That's my email address up there, and all I need is your name, like John Mills, not just John. Your name goes into the bucket. It stays in the bucket until it's drawn out, or until I'm not drawing names out of it anymore. It's drawn once a month, and there is some really nice prizes. It's just a little way of me saying thanks very much for all the help and support I've had on this YouTube channel. Incidentally, I did make 80,000. I think it's 80,300, so we're definitely on track for 100,000. This part here goes into the frame on a quad. I believe it holds part of the back suspension in. What's happened is the threads in the frame are badly damaged and this won't screw in. So what I need to make is a bush with that thread internal so that I can weld it into the frame. It's bound to be metric. We'll measure it with 29.8, so it's 30mm. It looks like 175. It's not. It's a 1.5mm thread gauge, and that fits perfectly. So it's 30 by 1.5. I've got a simple piece of material here. He wants it to be 25mm long, so we'll definitely get it out of that. The outside diameter doesn't matter as long as it's bigger, and there'll be plenty of meat on there for him to weld that in without damaging the threads. You can see the damage on the tip there. Maybe 5mm off that. according to my thread chart, 28.5 is the drill hole or the hole we need to cut the thread. Now I have got a check nut here that fits onto it, and it's a little bit on the plus wobbly slack side, so we'll measure that. .4, so we're in for 28.4, or just under. .4. We'll leave it at that and put the threads in at that. This is the 1.5 thread forming tool, which is on centre height, and by doing that, that means it's going to be absolutely perfectly in line with the job. Right, the gearbox is set up to cut the 1.5, and we're going through an unopened hole, so it's quite easy to do. The lead screw down here is there, so it will do one pass. A little bit more cut. Do one more in the same setting. It's a spring cut. It's very pleasant material, I'm not quite sure what it is. It's a little bit stringy and grippy and nasty, and just about there. We've got one more in the same setting, the spring cut, it should be there. One more spring cut and that'll be it. Done. So that's 3 passes I've put on there without altering the cut, and every time it's taken a little bit out, using the spring of the tool to get the fit we need. And that's the sort of fit I need, that's nice. Lovely job. This is the first bit of your meal that came in. It's an AR-40 collet chuck. A lad called David Martin sent it in. He doesn't use it. Could I use it? I've actually got one, so I don't know quite what to do with it. I'll probably give it away. I'll do it near, like I say, I've got collet chucks and collet blocks, so that's possibly something for another giveaway. Last week I set up that collet chuck and I mentioned I had no collets. A lad called Bill Todd kindly sent us in virtually a full set of imperial collets, and they're real ones, they're not Chinese knockoffs. That's great, Bill, thanks very much. I'll get these cleaned up and I'll make a proper stand for putting them in. Well, there's certainly a good selection there, certainly enough for me to get by with. Bill also has sent these bits and pieces in mainly for the giveaway. That's a lump of graphite. I've got a cast iron casting to weld. I'm going to try and use that to back it up against when I weld it. So John Bull DTI there. I'm sure Bob will be able to do something with that. Some reamers, pieces of tool steel, some nice little inserts there, little boring bar inserts, little reamers. That's tool steel. So is that. Centre drill, can't have too many centre drills. Dormer one as well, that's a real one. Right, Bill, that's pretty much. This stuff will either used or given away, it won't just lie in a drawer. Nice parting tool there with a tip on it, absolutely brand new. I'll be giving that one a try.